Today's society is a good example of what happens when you allow clowns to run the circus. A big sign at an optometrist's office. If you don't see what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. Another big sign, this time over a gynecologist's office. Dr. Jones at your cervix. The best sign to put on a badly parked car? The way you pulled in makes me wish your daddy pulled out. I went for a checkup the other day and all was going well until he stuck his finger up my ass. I jumped like 15 feet in the air. Do you think it's time I change my dentist? With Valentine's Day coming up, what do you get a woman who has everything? Antibiotics. Doctor, can we talk about your weight? Certainly. It was about 20 minutes, but at least the chair didn't break this time. Gonorrhea. Would have been a great name for a diarrhea medicine. I often wonder how things worked out for that guy who grabbed the bull by the horns. When people used to ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'd always say, a doctor. And they say, why's that? And I'd say, because it's the only profession where I can tell a woman to take off all their clothes and then stick their husband with the bill. The nurse at the sperm bank asked me if I'd like to masturbate in the cup. I said, well, I'm pretty good, but I don't think I'm ready to compete just yet. I took Viagra to help with my severe sunburn. It doesn't cure it or anything, but it keeps the blankets off my body when I'm trying to sleep. My father was never proud of me. One day he asked me, how old are you? I said, I'm 5. And he said, see, when I was your age, I was 6. Me, boss, I can't come in tomorrow because I have anal blindness. Boss, what the heck is anal blindness? Me, it's when I can't see my ass coming into work. Woman says, oh, John, I'm so sorry. I really want to be married before I sleep with someone. John nods calmly. I totally understand that, Margaret. Just call me when you're married. The pessimist saw cups half empty. The optimist saw cups half full. The lady slapped them both for staring. What do you have if you got a cricket ball in the left hand and a cricket ball in the right hand? A bloody big cricket, child. Mom, when I was made, did you want a boy or a girl? Mom, actually, I wanted to just tie my shoes. Doesn't being naked with shoes on feel more naked than being totally naked? You say tomato, I say summertime snowball. As a child, we were so poor, my parents used to take me to the pet shop and tell me it was a zoo. I just got a new job as a barbarian. It's just like being a librarian, but I also cut hair. 2 5-year-old boys are standing at the potty to pee, and one says, your thing doesn't have any skin on it. I've been circumcised, the other one says. What's that mean? It means they cut the skin off the end. How old were you when they cut it off? My mom said I was 3 days old. Did it hurt? Did it hurt? Bro, I couldn't walk for a year. No matter how good the hand soap smells, never, and I mean never, walk out of the bathroom smelling your fingers. I really need a fan in my room. Not a big one, just a little one who can cheer me on and support me whenever I need it. A student at a management school came up to a pretty girl and hugged her without any warning. The surprised girl said, what was that? The guy smiled at her. Direct marketing. The girl then hauled back and gave him a strong slap. What was that for? The boy said, holding his cheek. Customer feedback. Her. Undress me with your words. Him. I saw a spider in your bra. A man wakes up in the hospital, all bandaged up from head to toe. The doctor comes in and says, ah, I see you've regained consciousness. Now, you probably won't remember, but you were in a huge pileup on the highway. You're going to be okay. You'll walk again and everything. However, your pee-pee was severed in the accident, and we couldn't find it anywhere. The man groans. But the doctor goes on. You have $9,000 in insurance compensation coming to you, and we now have the technology to build you a brand new penis. They work great, but they don't come cheap. It's roughly $1,000 an inch. The man perks up. So, the doctor says, you must decide how many inches you want. But I understand that you've been married for over 30 years, and this is something you should really discuss with your wife. Because if you had a 5-incher before and you get a 9-incher now, she might be a bit put off about it. But if you had a 9-incher before and you decide to only invest in a 5-incher now, she might be disappointed. So it's important that she plays a role in helping you make this decision. The man agrees to talk it over with his wife. The doctor comes back the next day and says, so, have you spoken with your wife? Yes, I have, says the man. And has she helped you make a decision? Yes, says the man. Then, what is your decision? Asked the doctor. We're getting brand new granite countertops. After a particularly poor game of golf, a pretty popular club member skipped the clubhouse and started to head home. As he was walking through the parking lot to get to his car, a cop stopped him and asked, did you tee off on the 16th hole about 20 minutes ago? Yes, the golfer responded. Did you happen to hook your ball so that it went over the trees and off the course? The cop asked. Yeah, I did. How did you know? The golfer asked. Well, said the policeman very seriously, your ball flew out onto the highway and crashed through a driver's windshield. The car went out of control, crashing into 5 cars and a fire truck. The fire truck couldn't make it to the fire and the building burnt down. So, what are you going to do about it? The golfer thought it over carefully and replied, well, I think I'll close up my stance a little bit, tighten my grip on the handle, and lower my right thumb.